blanket and turn on my fan. But somewhere around 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, I start looking in the dark for my winter blanket, and my hand is searching for the fan switch to turn it off. So what is really happening at 3 or 4, the weather is somewhere around 15 or 16 degrees. And the peak afternoon, it goes up to 30 to 32. And if that is when you are inside, but if you are outside, it feels like 35. It's like really hot. Do you feel that?
Yes.
Yeah? 40 even? Yeah, sometimes. Well, there is so much variation in weather, from 14 to 35. Well, we can't do much about the weather, but let's ensure that we do not have much variation in our meeting, and we follow our standard operating procedures. Yes?
Yes.
So first, let's put our phones on silent. Everyone, please give a thumbs up. Thank you. Next, please avoid talking about sex, politics, and religion when you come on stage. And lastly, please avoid moving inside the room. And if you have to move around, or if you have to enter or exit the room, then please do so when you hear the sweet sound of an applause. Are we all set?
Yes.
Thank you. So shall we start our meeting?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's the energy I'm looking for. Now, the person I'm going to invite on stage, he had a meteoric turn in his life. And I will tell you how. After doing his engineering and his MBA, he joined the world of corporate. And in corporate, he worked in the cutthroat world of sales. He spent 20 years learning the art of sales, charming his clients, and cracking the deals. And after 2 decades, he took a psychometric test, which revealed that he is not a salesperson at all. And he is wondering, so what is my true calling? I've spent 20 years doing sales, man. And the turn came when he joined Toastmasters. After joining Toastmasters, he realized that his superpower is not in persuasion, but it is in communication. He worked really hard to hone his communication skills, left his job, and started his own business. Now, he is teaching young students the art of communication and connection. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring our hands together in welcoming the man who proved that success comes with hard work. The president of Toastmasters Club, Sheeb, Kumar.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amrit. That was, I think, can I call it a meteoric kind of an introduction? Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bangalore Toastmasters Club. I declare meeting number 1465 open. I now request our Secretary Toastmaster Mahesh to come here and give a few glimpses from the previous meeting 1464.
Good evening, Toastmasters and my dear guests.
Good evening.
Meeting number 1464 held on January 31st. The theme of the meeting was, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. The word of the day was clinch. The best speaker award was won by Toastmaster Bhavya. The best evaluator was Toastmaster Josport. The best role taker was Toastmaster Shreya. The best auxiliary role taker was Toastmaster Akash, and the best table topic speaker was Toastmaster Abhay. For more details, tune into Bangalore Toastmasters YouTube channel.
Members, is there any amendments in the meeting? Minutes of the meeting?
No.
No. Thank you so much. I declare the minutes of the meeting passed. Now I request the members who joined here for the first time to please rise from their seats. The first time. Guess. Sorry. Guess. Thank you so much for joining with us. We hope that we'll have a wonderful evening. And members, how do we welcome them? A man of words without deeds is like a garden of weeds. There was a boy who nurtured a dream of playing cricket. Not the gully cricket, not the battle behind the backyard with the cousins, the real one. The whites, the stadium, and the anthem. But there was a tiny problem. Cricket ran in his vein, but business ran in his family. His folks wanted him to crunch the numbers, but he wanted to crunch the cover drives. His relatives wanted the balance sheet. He wanted the score sheet. And all his family dreamt of profit and loss, while he dreamt of wicket and run. So he practiced. And at the age of 20, he was selected into his national team. And he played the only test against India in 1990 at the Mohali cricket ground. He was going to make history, but there was a challenge. The willy off-spinner Venkatapati spun his web around the batsman in his national team. His team went all out for 95, and 6 of the batsmen scored only 0. And among that, he also scored 0. But obviously, life gives you a second chance, right? So he went for the second innings, but again 0. Obviously, one of test he was dropped, but he didn't. Disappointed, but was not rejected. He went back to the ground and began practicing. After 21 months, he got a call again to the national team. This time, obviously, he improved his performance. 0 in the first innings and 1 run in the second innings. Obviously, anyone can get rejected. His family said, come back, join the business. Because he was a chartered accountant also. He didn't budge. He said, cricket is my calling. I'm going to the domestic circuit, practice again. What happened? After 3 years, again, he got one more call, right? This time, the score, 0 and 0. So in the entire 6 years, he scored only 1 run. He again went for practicing. And when he got the next call, because the selector could not take it, because his performance in the domestic cricket was so brilliant. He was cracking century after century. And finally, when he got selected, he didn't look back. Like a river flowing through a cracked dam, the runs started flowing. At the end of his career, he finished with 16 centuries and 6 double hundreds. He became the captain of his country, Sri Lanka, in 2003. And the player I'm talking about is who? Marwan Atapattu, the opening batsman of Sri Lanka. Can you imagine 7 years with a backup of just 1 run, with a hope of, there is no hope. Anyone would have given up, but not Marwan Atapattu. He stands there like a true testament of perseverance. Experts say that you can take 100 thoughts, or you can take 100 times to take a decision. But when you really believe in a decision, you can take. But once you take the decision, give everything to that. And the great stone cutter says that the stone cutter keeps on hammering away at the rock one after the other. But does it break? No. At the 101st blow, it breaks in two pieces. But he knows that it is not the 101st blow. It is all the blows that has gone before that. That's the power of perseverance. Many people see only the glory, and few of us only see the story behind that. Now take the story forward. We have a person, and this person is not only a speaker, she's from the traveling industry. So fasten your seatbelt, because she is going to take you to places without a visa. And it's a voyage, a verbal voyage. So you don't require any boarding passes. I would say she is a DTM because she's a distinguished travel master. What does that mean? Because she can easily talk her way out to a fully booked airline and get you seats. Not just seat. She can even upgrade your seat into first class. Not for everyone, but maybe for Bangalore Toastmasters. Yes. And she is not a CFO or a CEO. She's a CHO, the Chief Happiness Officer in Share Travels, where she is also a partner. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together to welcome the woman who can handle turbulence in the sky as well as in a conversation. The woman who can handle stage fright as well as jet lag with a smile. Clap with me for the lady without any drama, Toastmaster Shelma.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sheeb. My goodness, I've never heard somebody introduce me like this. It was out of the world, I can say. Isn't it? Wasn't that? Okay, the way you put it across, it was like music to my ears. Right? Very well, very well, very well done. Thank you once again, Toastmaster Sheeb. So, my dear friends, today all of us have gathered here. There's guests and Toastmasters and many of them. So we have some more people I think would join us shortly, but let's not wait for all of them because they'll come in. We will begin our session today. Okay. So today's theme, as it says, overnight success takes years to build. Do you all agree?
Yes.
May not be all. Some of them would have their own, thoughts on it. But when I say overnight success takes years to build, I 100% go by that. Let me just begin with a very short story. This is someone who is very close to me, very dear to me. I'll tell you later who is that person. So, there was a little girl, maybe in the age of 8, she was very passionate. She was very passionate to what? She was very passionate in baking. So she started with small teacups to bake some chocolate cakes. In teacups at the age of 8. So she continued after her schools, whenever she gets some free time, maybe on the weekends, she started to watch some YouTube channels. And she thought, okay, let me try doing something. So passion continued, and then she grew up to a teenage girl. Then what happened? All of a sudden she started to bake cakes, full-fledged cakes. Even birthdays. If someone was celebrating birthday, maybe a close friend, maybe somebody at home, she would bake cakes, and then she used to make everyone feel happy because the cake was so nice and everybody was thrilled when they got to know this girl was only 12 or 13-year-old. How can she bake such a wonderful cake? But it was years of practice, It didn't happen all of a sudden. From 8 years, she continued, and every time she did something, her skill improved. So the consistency made her refine, and her cakes really tasted very good. And over the period of time, she was being stopped from baking. Why? Because at home every day cakes used to be there, and everyone started eating, and people felt like, oh, we are going off our fitness goals, so let's not eat too much of cakes. Then there was a stop point where the girl was asked to stop baking cakes. Poor girl. What she would do now? She doesn't like to waste her time. She wants to do something creative. Now what she would do? What she did was, she shifted her baking from candle making. She started watching YouTubes how to prepare candles. Not with ordinary wax. She went on with soy wax. So it's good for health, so that the, whatever the gas emits from the candles will not be harmful. So she did that research in a young age, and she started doing different candles, which was really nice and pretty. And her candles also started, being on top of town. Everyone liked candles, and she started also getting orders for her candles. And she became so determined, every day at home candles. There is a lot of candles all over. And then one fine day, she thought, okay, let me stop doing candles. Now people are settled at home. Let me start with my baking again. She finished her college, and now she is full-time baking. And now what to do? She's studying, and nobody wants a child to be, only baking all the time. So it has to be a profession, right? So what would you like to do? So the child said, okay, I'll be an accounts person, a finance head. I will go abroad and do my higher studies. So there is a thought, a baker, a candle maker, a person who is creative now, she wants to deviate everything. But then comes a time when that girl comes back and she decides, no, I want to excel in baking because that's my passion. Let me continue with it. And my dear friends, this girl is none other than my only daughter, Charlotte. Yeah. So now she is planning to go to France, to the institute over there, because the baking is very good, and she wants to pursue baking. Maybe one fine day she wants to be a chef in Michelin star restaurant. So that's her passion. So overnight success doesn't happen. It takes time. And because when you practice and when you be consistent in what you do, only then you reach somewhere, and then you keep continuing. For that, you need to have a vision. You need to know maybe ups and downs will come, like at home, like how we stopped her. Don't bake, but she still pursued it, and she started to bake. Continue to do that. But certain things in life, we might come across certain hurdles in life. It is not very easy. If everything was easy, the success would have come and fallen on our lap. We have to just sit. Success never comes that way. It is only through persistence and consistency and determination. Right? Same way, let us come back to our Toastmasters now. Ralph C. Medley, who is the founder of Toastmaster, who started this Toastmasters vision in the year 1922, Santa Ana, California, 1924, October 22nd. It was formed. And why did he form? Because he had that passion. He wanted the youngsters to have a formal thing where everybody would come out and speak, and they be more and more confident in themselves. So now we have Toastmasters clubs across the globe. Even in India, we have thousands of clubs. We have so many clubs, and it's been increasing day by day. So it's a very good institute for all of them to come and practice. So the new members who have just come as guests today, those who don't know about Toastmasters. So Toastmasters Club, today where you all are an institute where we are having this meeting. So this Toastmasters we have every week this meeting going on. So we have in this 3 parts in our meetings. So the first part is the prepared speech. Okay. So in prepared speech, what happens? So each Toastmasters would choose their path when they join Toastmasters. So according to the pathways, they choose a topic and they come and do their speeches here. And they are being evaluated for their speeches. That's prepared speech. For today's meeting, we have two speakers. So which I would call them and introduce them shortly. So let me just tell you about the meetings. So first is prepared speech. And the second part which we have is table topics. So we have a wonderful table topic master today. I will introduce him in a while. And then the last part, which is general evaluation. So the entire meeting is being evaluated. As I'm talking now, I've been evaluated, right? So this is something very nice platform. I can say whatever you do and you get a feedback on your topics or whatever you say, maybe a speech, prepared speech or a table topic, or in table topic what happens? Impromptu speech. A person is called upon without preparation and they have to come and talk about the topic given to them, right? So it's how it happens and it's been crafted very well, and this is how the meetings takes place. So for today's meeting, we have our general evaluator, Miss Toastmaster Smita Roshi, who would be assisted by 3 team players. Who are they? Tag team. So we have timer. So Toastmaster Vijay. So I want Vijay to read out the timelines of today's board. So is a timer who would be telling about
IST, does anybody know the full form of IST? Yes. Okay, perfect. Obvious answer, but that's not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about lengthy and stretchable time. This is something that you all might have noticed, you might have heard, where we have a habit of being 5 minutes late to any meeting or half an hour, and then we assume that's the standard. Unfortunately, it's a connotation that's been always associated with us, a very negative connotation, and it's something that I also want to change. In fact, think about it, right? We've had the best of generals, actors, and so many people from different industries, and I don't think Indian stretchable time is something that we want to stick around for a really long time. Similarly, I want to start off that revolution as a timer today itself, where I will ensure absolute punctuality and discipline in today's meeting. So as the timer today, it is my duty to record the timing for the entire session. In terms of the prepared speeches, the duration is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will raise the green card, at 6 the yellow, and at 7 red, followed by a grace period of 30 seconds where I will ring the bell. As for the table topic session, it will be around 1.5 minutes, 1 the green, 1.25, whatever, which will be yellow, and 1 minute 30 seconds will be red. And I will present my report once called upon by the general evaluator.
Thank you so much. So now we are going to introduce Toastmaster Girish. So I'm going to fumble myself.
Yeah, good evening, Toastmasters and Veeresh. Good evening. So in my role as an architect today, I will be listening very carefully for the use of vocal pauses and catch words, such as Madam what she explained already, whom have you know, and repetitive words or phrases. I will keep track of everyone and report at the end of the meeting on who best control their use of filler words. Looking forward for the next meeting.
Thank you. And the third person today is Pradeep, who is the grammarian.
So good evening, Toastmasters, dear guests, everybody.
Good evening.
So we have a lot of good speeches coming up, and it's my job to make sure everybody speaks the language, laughs the language, walks the language. If you know this dialogue, I can laugh English, I can walk English, I can talk English. Yeah, you're all thinking of something good. So it's my job to make sure we all walk the talk in what we say today, and also it's my job to introduce the word of the day, meteoric. You've already heard it from pretty much everybody who's spoken since the start of the meeting. And it means developing in a very fast and attracting a lot of attention. Developing in a way that you attract a lot of attention and very fast. And with that, I wish every speaker a meteoric success in today's meeting. All the best.
So without much ado, let's introduce our evaluator for the first speech. So we have Toastmaster Ratin. Yes.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good evening.
The purpose of the first project is for the member to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. Time manager, please note, time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. Back to you.
So we have first speaker today who is going to speak about English Winglish. So that's his topic. So let's listen carefully what is he going to convey to all of us today about English Winglish.
I woke up one morning and in my sleepy stupor, I sauntered into the hall and I saw in front of me my uncle. And then my father saw me and he shouted, "Vishal, did you hear? Did you hear what happened?" I said, "I didn't hear. I just woke up. What do you mean?" He said, "Vishal, a leopard has attacked your uncle's dog." I said, "Oh, what has attacked my uncle's dog?" He again shouted at the top of his voice, "A leopard has attacked your uncle's dog." I stopped him right there and I said, "Appa, it's not leopard, it's leopard." And he answered me with a saying that he has been telling me for the entirety of my life. He said, "Vishal, English is a funny language. You're telling me it's not leopard, it's leopard. But let me ask you, if CUT is cut, then why is PUT put instead of put?" Good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good evening.
Do you agree with me when I say English spellings and pronunciations are just plain weird?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Most of you agree with me, but some of you disagree. So let me prove you wrong. Can anyone tell me what this word, GHOTI, means? It is not good. That's what everyone would say. But it is pronounced as fish. Don't believe me? What is this word? Can anyone pronounce it for me?
Enough.
Now take the GH pronunciation from enough. What is this word?
Women.
Now take the O pronunciation from women. And what is this word? Action. Take the TI pronunciation from action, and this becomes fish. Today, I will answer the question why we are stuck with this. If we go back to the origins of English, in the medieval times, Germanic tribes would attack and raid the English lands, and slowly these two languages coalesced and they became what is known as Old English. And 600 CE, Roman missionaries came to England and they started documenting all their stories and their language. Now, not all the pronunciations could be represented with Latin words or Latin alphabets. So they substituted these pronunciations with Germanic runes. Everything was fine. We had a almost cohesive language. But in 1066, the king of Normandy, William the Conqueror, attacked England and conquered England. Now, Normandy is a part of French. These Normans were initially Scandinavian, but then they slowly started speaking French. Now, when he became the king of England, you can be sure that he brought his Frenchness with him. The French language became the official language of royals, but English was still spoken by the common people of the land. Now, slowly as time went on, these two languages coalesced, and the more posh words and any words related to government, such as government, the crown, came from the Normans. And for example, a Norman would enter a chamber, but a peasant, Anglo-Saxon peasant, would come into a room. An Anglo-Saxon peasant would buy a shirt, but a Norman would purchase a silk blouse. Now, after this, we had many people writing down the language, but there was no set spellings. For example, dough was spelled as D-O-U-H, D-O-H, D-H-A-E-G, something, something, something. Many people just chose the spelling they wanted to based on what they read and how they assumed it should be spelled. Everything would have been fine, but in 1400s, the Gutenberg press was invented and it slowly made its way to England. So as they were coming up with these words, it was also getting codified by the printing press. From 1400 to 1800, there was a great vowel shift. What does that mean? Many words such as dough were initially pronounced as da, which comes from Germany with a guttural sound. They dropped these guttural sounds for the vowel sounds like do. Now, this is why whose became house and bout became boat. While all of this was happening, the printing press was codifying these spellings, and that's why we have things like knife with a K. A lot of this OH pronunciations, a lot of these vowels were a French influence that was haphazardly pushed on to the English language. Now, what can you do to combat this? How can you understand English better? Well, one thing you can do is practice tongue twisters to get used to how we can spell these words. The second one, get familiar with the International Phonetic Alphabet, which is a set of symbols that strictly coincide to only one type of pronunciation. With that, I hope I've answered the question why PUT is put and CUT is cut. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Vishal. Okay? So, should I say put? What should I say?
Vishal.
So, anyway, it was a wonderful speech. Let's put our hands and give him a. So, I remember recently when I had been to Vietnam, that was last month, I had been to a place called Ninh Binh. Have you heard about this place before? Ninh Binh. It's a very outskirts of Vietnam. So Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh along with, these are the common places. But Ninh Binh is a place which is very, very far away. You have to travel from the airport, it is 2 hours drive. So then you reach to this place. So in Ninh Binh, people are so traditional. They are all Vietnamese over there and they don't speak English. They don't understand English. So as he was narrating his speech, I was also, relating to my incident which had taken place there. So we got into a car. So there everything is in lakhs. So I have to pay 1 lakh Vietnamese dollar to reach to my destination. So that's only 10 minutes, but I have to pay 1 lakh Vietnamese dollar. So I was telling him, okay, after dropping us, can you wait for 5 minutes or 10 minutes? Is there any waiting charge? It's just, no response, absolutely, like looking at this. So me and one of my friends, both of us were there. And then know what to do. Luckily, technology saved us and it came to our rescue. We used Google Translator. So then he understood. He said, fine, in his language, he said, fine, you are going to come back, I will wait for you. So yes, it's very, very difficult. At least we all speak English, we can travel anywhere, but the places such, the traditional places where English influence is not yet creeped in, because people are still following that Vietnamese, there is no English influence at all. So there are certain places in the world like Ninh Binh, you can come across. Okay? So now, coming back to our Toastmasters, so we have the second prepared speech today. So I would like to call upon the plumber, sorry, not plumber, yeah, he's the evaluator. So data plumber, right? So what does data plumber do? So his job is to see that all data are smoothly moved and there is no blockage anywhere. So let's put our hands together and welcome Toastmasters Vijay. Lokesh there when I said sorry.
So this is one of the dreaded projects in Toastmasters. It's called the dreaded level of level 2, and the project is understanding your communication style. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn about different communication style and identify his primary style, including the impact on the member or the impact of communication of the member on others. As usual, 5 to 7 minutes. All the best to the speaker.
So now, this speaker is a senior Toastmaster over here and he is a CTM. So I would like to invite CTM Richard D'Souza to present his speech on finding way with words.
Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. There is a saying, one's friends and foes are there in his tongue. A study was conducted by Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore, to know the causes of a large employee turnover in the IT industry. Finding was, more than 60% of the employees jumped the ship because of severe tongue lashing unleashed by the middle level managers, and certainly not due to the faulty management policies. Rather than what is said, how it is said makes a deep impact, maybe positive or negative, on the psyche of the individuals. Therefore, every leader must develop congenial way of speaking, rather to say communication style. There are 4 communication styles. First is direct, second is initiating, third one is supporting, and fourth one is analytical. Direct style is getting the results, not having any concern for the relationship. I had a friend by name Ramanathan. He was working for defense under Short Service Commission. Later on, he joined as an officer in Reserve Bank of India, and his boss was a lady. One day, he told her boss, "Madam, kindly don't request me to please do this, please do that. I am from defense, known to receive orders and to give orders. You please order me to do the work, and if I don't do, you reprimand me. You take me to task." Yes, here, whatever Ramanathan wanted was a direct communication style, and what Madam was doing, that was supporting communication style. Next, let us come to initiative. Many of you know that I am from Chikmagalur. A neighboring girl of my estate, she studied till 7th standard in Chikmagalur. Later on, she joined here, Aditi Malya High School for 8th standard. And that was commencement day. Start was on that day. Class started, and since morning till afternoon, it was a watertight compartment. No one talked each other. Then it was a lunch break. During lunch break also, none of them interacted. Then afternoon session started, then also no one interacted, and it was at about 3 o'clock, the time for tea. At that time, my neighboring girl, she asked the other girl, "From where are you?" "I am from this place." "How are you from? Where?" "See, what are you doing? Where are you staying?" The other girl, she explained and told, "Why did you ask me or talk to me earlier?" And this girl told, "I was under the impression that you would start." The girl said, "I thought you were very proudy, but now I come to know that you are more friendly than me." Initiating style, it takes place during building the relationship. And normally it happens where people gather, maybe in social gatherings, schools, or place of worship. Next is supporting communication style. This is developing the relationship, and in our parlance we can call it as networking. This usually happens in organizations when the new projects are being taking place, or when team spirit is requested or required. It so happened in my own career, during my last leg of career, our management went to campus interviews and brought people. And it was MBS of final year. When they came to Bryan, they were straight from the college, and not even they had tasted the summer holidays, and they were suffering from that kind of morning sickness, this kind of homesickness, it was for me 1 hour job to tell them how privileged they are when compared to people of America. In America, there is unemployment and underemployment, and these people, they got a job right from their campus. And fourth is analytical style, where we'll be reading out the statistics and absolutely no care and concern for relationship. When it was last turn of my career, a terminology called bank insurance. Earlier, when I joined bank, it was told banking means accepting deposits for the purpose of lending. Some person from finance ministry went abroad and he found out that 80% of the insurance there, it was done in banks. Therefore, he told it should be done here. And our branch performances, branch managers meeting, they are called, but actually it was branch managers meeting. We were taken to task for not doing the insurance, though we had achieved deposits as well as advances and also the other income. So Toastmasters, if you ask me which is my communication style is supporting. That is, when I am here, why to fear? And I go by the famous Kannada saying, Uta ballavaniಗೆ ರೋಗವಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಾತು ಬಲ್ಲವನಿಗೆ ಜಗಳವಿಲ್ಲ. That means one who knows how to eat, he doesn't have disease, and one who knows to talk, he will not have quarrel. Over to Madam.
Thank you so much, CTM Richard D'Souza, and also our evaluator Vijay. Let's give a round of applause. So, the narration of my journey. So recently, when I was returning from Rannorey, we were supposed to land in Kolkata. So there's no direct flight which comes to Bangalore as of now. But there's a good news to all of you all. There is a direct flight Vietjet which is going to start shortly. The launch is happening on 28th of Feb. So there would be a direct flight from Bangalore to Rannorey and from Bangalore to Ho Chi Minh City. So who are planning to go to Vietnam, there's a good news for all of you all. Okay? So while I went, there was no direct flight. So I had to come back. So instead of landing Kolkata, my flight landed in Lucknow. Oh. Yeah. So it was recently, and I was happy. I opened my eyes. I saw, oh, we landed Kolkata. So I messaged my family. I told, I'm in Kolkata. After a while, I got to know we are not in Kolkata. And it was because of bad weather. The flight had to, land in Lucknow. And from Lucknow, almost after waiting for 1 hour, 1.5 hours, Indigo gave us a juice and a cookie, so that breakfast time, we had to have that. So we had it and the flight took off and we reached Kolkata. By the time I landed, I was happy. Oh, now we would have to go back to Bangalore. Unfortunately, the flight had already taken off. The flight didn't wait for us because we were 1.5 hours late to reach Kolkata. And there was no connecting flight to Bangalore. Everything was full and we had missed our flight because the weather problem. What to do? We had to stay in that airport. And me and my friend, we thought we'll do a city tour. Why to, sit simply in the airport. So we went out, okay? We hired a taxi and we both, it's very new for us. We have not been to Kolkata. Anybody from Kolkata here? No. Okay. So it's a new place for us, and we thought, okay, let's try some Kolkata meals or something. It's famous, right? So to try, it was afternoon time. We were very hungry, so we went to a restaurant. We finally managed. We don't know any restaurant. We were like using again Google to find any close by restaurants. We just found, yeah. And then we had our meals, and then we began our city tour, and then came back to the airport. By then, we were about to miss our flight. It was 8:15 flight. We made it, and we landed back to Bangalore. That was what which happened. Now, so today's Toastmaster session, we have finished with 2 speeches. It was wonderful speech and very inspiring also. So now we have third session. No, second session, that is table topic. So before we break for table topic, I would want you all to take 5 minutes break. Yeah, 5 minutes. So we'll do a networking break for 5 minutes, and then we'll get back in 5 minutes. Yeah, thank you. To our next session, this table topic session. So the person who is going to conduct table topics today. So when I asked him what is success, so he said that survival. But he's very grateful for the life what he has, because God has been very kind to him. So everything comes to him effortlessly. So let's put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster Puneeth.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Today we are going to be playing 2 games on Mutely. Here's the ground rules. You see the light over there and the mic. You will walk up to the mic and speak, okay, facing the audience and the projector. The first game is Spin a Yarn. You're going to get a story prompt on the screen. You'll start a story. There will be words that will pop up on the screen. You'll have to try to incorporate them. The more words you incorporate, the higher points you get. The points will be counted during the voting session as well for you to win the table topic speaker award. Are we clear? Yes. We can do a quick trial run. So, this is how it's going to be. You're going to get the words here that you're going to use, and it's going to pick up, the AI is going to pick up the words being used and give a tick mark. Okay? The timer is here. When the time ends, you close the speech. Try and wrap up by 50 seconds. So you have 10 seconds to conclude. You see the words here? You have to use them in the story. With that, let's begin. You'll have 1 minute. 1 minute. Yeah. So, yeah, and then it wraps. Can I have Srinivas? Without the Vungurala. Ready? 3, 2, 1, here we go.
So, if I would have had a power, the first thing I would have recommended in the paper to Chief Minister the land system. Teamwork. Because he's so famous with the tripod and all these setups. Hardly anyone recognizes us. He has a carpet where he has red carpet welcome by so many girls and naughty. And he creates that circus of all the world, and he believes that that gives pain for others. And that's the bird he is watching all over. I don't know. Finally, I would say all the best.
Let's move to the next person. Can we have Srinivas come on the stage? You ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
What's something you are looking forward to? I look forward for speeches. Unfortunately, I did not written down. even our table topic master asking for, I want to wear a leather jacket when I'm giving my speech. So that I was so impressive on the people, and I wanted to impress my president to have this presidency address in a leather jacket. And he has a list of things to do. And last week when he called me, Srinivas, we have a speech slot, can you speak? I said, no sir, I have a lot of pain in my leg. I could not walk over to the podium to speak. He said, we have a mic system where you can stand and speak. Then I took a leave on that day. Patrol salamander. I don't know what is the meaning of salamander. I'm saying take it from this. And definitely this has been a happy ending and tweaking session.
Happy ending. Can we have Priyanka next? Priyanka, come on, run. She's taking the scenic road. I like it. Okay, here we go. Speak into the mic, please.
If I were an animal, a baby animal, I would definitely go to my father and complain to him that why there is no water around. Because I am having a lot of hiccups right now because of the explosion that is happening around, too much of pollution and dust. And I feel that is something that is the most important issue that is going on in not only our country, I feel our city especially, because wherever I go, I see a lot of people constructing so much that it's just getting a lot of pollution. That is something that I'm facing at my own place, in my area. So to just pacify myself, I just keep eating a lot of pastries so that I just kind of calm down the anger and the frustration that I
Can we have Mahaveer come up on the mic? Mahaveer, come here.
Hello.
3, 2, 1, here we go.
If I had the power, what would I change? I would change myself. Not the sea. So then I go to the moon. I become a father. Actually, become a father.
This week.
I have a baby. I'm going to take the baby to the moon. That's my plan. Yes, the baby is brilliant. Just cries in the night. It's very limited with what it says. It can only say how. I can't do that. But yeah, we fly in our dreams, but we have to fly in reality to the moon. That's my dream. I'm going to take my baby to the moon, and the effect is we will have another planet to go to, not just Earth. We will have Moon, Mars, some other places to go to, and we might not have airwaves for that.
Thank you. Can we have Aaron up on the mic, please? Let's see what Aaron spins.
Yeah, so I'm just waiting for those words jam. So the qualities that my parents like are they like to jam with me, and I feel that sometimes parents, while they describe you, it's actually a ticket to hell because they don't mean what they say, and it's a slippery slope. And there are some things that money can't buy, and at the end of the day, I feel the experience with your parents is priceless. It's like going on a never-ending boat towards salvation. And at the end of the day, you have to remember that they are priceless properties who leave their property with you. And there's no scandal in this, what I'm saying.
Bhai, up on the mic, please. Ganesh Bhai, yes? Ready? Born ready.
Yeah, sorry. Can you put the mic here? Mic here. They don't hear me that far.
Say that again.
No, the mic can be closer because you have to eat. That's okay.
Yes, yeah, I definitely have one front end plan where I can, you have this cable car, so have a dream to travel with someone as called as, not a moral, but who can call spade a spade, would want to travel with him across a cable car. It might cause a little bit of indigestion where these guys are the point. But nevertheless, I think it's day worth well spent because you also need to look for some refreshing experience. And while it may be a very close kiss with stupidity, nevertheless, I think, you can absorb that shock once in a way. Having said that, I think the next word will help me breathe calm. I think I have very few seconds left into the topic. But anyway, I think what I spoke hopefully sticks with you.
You ready, Vijay?
You sent back to us tomorrow. What's your major going to be? Madness. Madness is thick. All of us are thick with madness. We just don't know what to do in life. But I don't rub salt into your wound when I say all of us are mad. There's a method to madness. And what is that method? When you eat a pancake, you will get over that method of madness. Because only pancakes have that ingredient. And when you eat that pancake, you will go into your cave, not into your shell. Because going into a cave, that's what my ancestors did. And there are many possibilities in that cave. You can achieve whatever you want in that cave. You don't have to, and then the best part, you come out of the possibility to wear the vest. And you will never feel cool. Because wearing the shirt in Bangalore, and you wear that vest, you won't have one goose, you'll have geese. That's the best part. So many birds come after you wear the vest. And the best part, you can start a conglomerate. The CEO of the geese company. That's the best part. And the locket, you wear that locket, everyone tell you, that's when you overcome madness.
Ladies like to take now. Okay, I'm going to turn the game around now. This time, we're going to play another game. It's called No Filler. And here's how it works. You'll have a minute, you'll have a topic. The AI will count how many filler words you're using and get negative points. And if you don't use filler words and you keep talking, we're going to have a fun time, okay? Check this out. This is a really fun game. Can I have Rashi come up on the stage, please?
What comes first, the hen or the egg?
Yoga.
I think based on whatever ideology I've heard till now, the hen comes first because that's where the egg comes from, and I don't know what to talk about, but I hope I can. Okay, let me describe the hen. How many of you have seen a hen in real life? That's just a way of me saying that. I've also seen them, but I find them very not cute. Thank you.
My favorite ice cream flavor is already invented. Cookies and cream. Why would I want cookies and cream? When I was in 12th grade, I studied in St. Joseph's Boys High School. We all know Cheetah serves the best Oreo milkshake in Bangalore. Inspired by Oreo milkshake, I went home. Took my dad to Metro Super, the mall. When I went there, this ice cream section, I found a very interesting ice cream. This cookies and cream. With the taste still remaining in my buds, I took the box, convinced my dad somehow to take cookies and cream to my place. What turned out was pure bliss. After that moment, it was just cookies and cream, unless it's corner house or naturals. In naturals, we all know roasted almond. Corner house, it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, lots of recommendations there. Okay, I think we have to speak in the mic for the system to pick up. We'll give this one more shot. Can I have Karunakar come up on stage? Come on, please. Are you ready? Ready?
Yeah.
Very good. Oh, that was a
The last meal on earth was a bit of few ingredients which were not commonly found in our world. It had a bit of broccoli, it had a bit of paper as well. At the same time, it had a bit of a few fruits which is not commonly found here. But all of it put together, you actually bring out something called salad. With salad, there is also some sort of dressing that you normally put, and those dressings can be of different flavors altogether depending on what your mood is. And it is very important to understand that the defining moment is going to be the moment when you feel that you're completely full. So that kind of tells you that you can have a full food which can actually fill your stomach, at the same time be very less in calories. Depending on how your mood and timing is, you will actually enjoy your food.
Can we have Vijay come up? I'm going to jump back to spinner, because it's fun. Vijay, you ready? I'll put an easy one for you.
The famous musician that I would have dinner with would be Rahman, because his carnivals are seeing their mind blowing, and it just keeps the people sing with him, and the rhythm is kept very good as well. The people and the singer, when they sing together, they create a beautiful moment where teenagers dance to the tunes and old agers we just quote some props about how old this singer is doing, and all these things can be analyzed and sent to the audience through mailbox, where people can check the mails and analyze what happened in this concert, and then think a truckload of analytics and give a lot of memes about it, so that nobody hits the singer with the sandal.
Thank you. Can I have Toastmaster Alok come up on the mic? Let's see Alok can handle the medium one. Alok, you ready?
Yes, looks like perfect Sunday would be a lazy Sunday. I would try to get a plate, and no, I'm not a big fan of the banjo early morning, so I prefer something else, something more mellow. The salamander, no, again, that is not my preference again. Why would I want to meet a salamander on a Monday morning? But yes, I would do something for my taste buds, which is cook an excellent meal for myself, typically idli vada. And yes, and like our Toastmaster of the day, prefer to have an idli vada on the train track in Hanoi, and that would be an amazing experience. And the name of this entire facade I'm trying to put up here would be orange again, because none of this is going to actually happen. Sunday morning idli vada
with some unknown people in Vietnam. All this is not going to happen, but still I'm trying to take my time here till I can wrap it up, hold the entire story for you, and give it to you, saying that you are not strangers, you are my friends. So take the story, wrap it up, and let me be. What else is there on the
Jump on the word the minute it pops on the screen. You can take a time, strategize, and play around. Okay, can we have Shashank on the stage? So these are the last two ones probably, so I'm going to make it hard. It's just going to be grueling for them, but enjoy it. Shashank, you ready? You can pick and choose, it's been fast, okay?
Who's your celebrity inspiration and why? I like Ed Sheeran. Because some people say that when I speak, my voice resembles Ed Sheeran. You heard the song Shape of You? Yes. So he is an amazing preacher who sings from the heart. And one thing which is very common with Ed Sheeran and I is both of us love ice cream. And there is a limit to which we can eat ice cream, but I don't care. I can eat ice cream for breakfast, lunch and dinner as well. There was a time when I went to Himachal 5 years ago. It was snowing like hell. We still had ice creams instead of hot Maggies and coffees. It was... so many words. We never saw the sun when we were in Himachal. It was a battle against the wind and the snow, but still we overcame it.
Thank you. Yes, that makes you really out of words. Hashtag Toastmasters Bangalore on the You're going to have to enjoy it. Slash of words anyway. You take it just fine. Another ready?
No, not really.
Go ahead.
What advice would you give a 16-year-old self? The best I would advise a 16-year-old self is don't grow up. Be where you are and what you are. Because you are always a fistful of joy in that age. And you can rock the boat anytime you feel like. You can drop any boyfriend or girlfriend you want at that age. And you can play to any rhythm you want. And if you don't know the answers, we heard about goldfish. And you don't have to go into donorship because you're not earning anything anyway. And you don't have a land for yourself to say. So it's perfectly okay. And yes, that's an age where you should start fighting against plastic now. Because it's an age where you go to fight for it and say no plastics. Go on, fly like the wind at the age of 16 and don't stop. Can I continue?
No, wait. Thank you. We should outgrow the 16-year-old son. Thank you. Okay, can I have Mahaveer on the stage? This time, you're going to dip into Rashi's purse. You're going to pick up something. And then that's your 1 minute topic. Yes, Rashi's purse. There's no cash, it's a Marwari. Yeah. Start actually. Wow, you're really going through this now. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, I have chosen a pen drive. So I remember, so now we don't use pen drive much, but when we were in school days, so we had to make like school projects. Then we need to when we had the computer science projects, so we need to get a pen drive. So I used to specially go to the station, buy a pen drive, and then store my project in it, and then give it to the teacher. But now we have so much storage and cloud, so we don't actually need to save it physically. There's no much use of pen drive, and other story which I remember is I broke my sister's pen drive. So yeah, she was so angry with me for that. Thank you.
is one of the things I cannot spend my day without. Whenever I go to my college in bus, I just have to have these earpods, or else I'll be, left alone with my thoughts, which I shouldn't be. Either whether it's negative or way too positive. And if I'm listening to music, I'll be in that zone. If I'm listening to sad music, it depends on the day, how I want to feel. If I want to give exams, then I'll be full, listening to motivated songs. Come on, you can do this. Results you see after when the marks come out, but it's the thought that counts. Over to you.
Music practice all. Can I have Aranha come on the stage? One final time we're going to take into Rashi's purse. Chota packet, bada dhamaka. Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's a key holder or a key holder. It is a keychain, right? Yeah. So yeah, this is a keychain. Speaking of keychain, I really love using keychains, but I have a very bad habit of misplacing it, losing it, and then I don't know. I don't keychains and pen caps. Pen caps, I can't use. I use pens, but then the caps also get lost. So I really love using keychains, but please don't gift a keychain because I would end up losing it somewhere. And yes, that is about it.
To conclude, I would urge you all to explore Udemy. I think Toastmasters' biggest decision this century is partnering with Udemy. It's amazingly capable, and I would urge you all tonight before you go to bed, log into Toastmasters portal, scroll down on the homepage and you'll have Udemy option. Go there, record that 1 minute table topic and see the analytics it throws at you. It's like Vijay plus Rashi on steroids. Amazing. You want to try it out, okay? And I can't wait to see the meteoric rise each of you will have when you come into it, okay? On that note, I'm at 7:55 as I promised. I'll hand over to Shelma. Can I have a huge round of applause for Shelma?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Puneeth, Suraana. It was a big galata over here today. So I think it was such an innovative way of having this table topic session done. I've been attending so many meetings. I think this is first time ever. We had such an innovative and such a fun-loving table topic session. So let us give a thunderous applause to Toastmaster. So we are on our last phase of this meeting, that is general evaluation. For that, I would like to welcome a soft, young, poised, very charismatic lady, Toastmaster Smita Rashi.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
I missed more than 9,000 shots. Lost 300 games. 26 times I missed that game-winning shot. Any guesses whom I'm talking about?
Michael Jordan.
Oh, that's great. Yes, it is Michael Jordan. He said, I've lost and lost and lost to become an overnight success. It rings very much with our theme, overnight success takes years to build. Yes, if you wouldn't have got up when you fell the first time, you wouldn't have been walking now. So, let me start with the help of my evaluation team. I hope I'll do justice to it. Let's see how this meeting went on. Our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Amrit Kaur, absolute bang on. The room was, she came here at 5:15, and what you see, how well the board, the trophies are arranged. I think this is the first time it's being arranged. If you can come and read that plaque kept over there. The first one, that is when Bangalore Toastmasters Club had its first meeting. It is written over there. All this is displayed. The settings, the mic, and a few other Toastmasters also were there to help. Also the message, how she started with the energy that gave this meeting such a great start. Yes. And the way she introduced the president, I think that was wonderful. For that great job done, let's give our Sergeant with the high energy with which our Sergeant at Arms started, continued with the President. What a message. He did complete justice to the theme, and he brought out the meaning of the theme so well. I think our Toastmaster Sheeb's every single address is a master class on pitch, tone, speed, pause. Everyone, if you go through the video recording, it is just amazing how he used all these various things to bring the message, and it reaches out to each and every one of us. Toastmaster Sheeb, you are hilarious, fascinating, the way you deliver your presidential address. We look forward to it every single time. So let's give it up. Our secretary came over, he gave the crisp secretarial minutes. We look forward every week for your detailed minutes too. Let's give it up to our secretary. He does it Then came the star of the day, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shelma. What a happiness, what a pleasure to see someone come here with such calm, cool tone, talking like, she's talking to each one of us. Everybody feels the relate. Or she relates to us when she tells a story. And we're so glad to hear that story from your home. And yes, you don't hear it. Your personal story brings a lot of meaning to our theme. So that was done very well. However, what I found missing was a few names getting wrong, starting from Ralph C. Smedley to Vishal to Toastmaster Vivek. So I feel you a little more background work about the role takers would have been, it would have added to your role today. Yes. Another thing, the next time what you can do is, once you can make the speakers, first of all the speakers are, some of them may be new, some of them, so you can make them more comfortable by giving a big good introduction, and that too to each and every one of them. No one should have less or more. Even the tag teams, a one-line intro would, it feels good. And it makes people come more and more and give them that energy to give more speeches. So that is one suggestion. Also, you can, next time when you do it, you can give the applause to every single role taker who is coming on stage. So somewhere that was missing, I felt. Again, I felt in between the speeches, the connection. There you could have saved a little more time because I think it took almost double the time of what you're supposed to do. So next time be careful about that. Otherwise, for a wonderful, great job done, what do we give her? Then came our table topic master with all technology to his help. Where is he? Yes. Yes. With your what do you call Udly? Udly, I didn't say. Yes. So I felt, yes, he was crisp in his instructions, and you explained well. You had a trial run and a variety of topics. So you explained it well. You were quick with it. But what I found missing, except for Bhavya and the next person who came, none of them were looking at the audience. So what is the purpose of having table topic? What's the purpose of coming to Toastmasters? It's to have that communication. You have to look at everybody and talk, and otherwise we will not understand. Sometimes what I feel is I look at somebody and I see them yawning. Oh my God, I'm not. Or if someone is nodding to me, I feel very good about it. So that kind of interaction, I missed out on that. And yeah, so when you moved, that was good that you moved it here so that they could see the topic quite a little more easily. So this was a better position. But anyway, you're trying out something new, and that also needs courage. So let's give a big round of applause. Now me go to all my partners in crime. Let's go to the first evaluator for Toastmaster Vishal, Toastmaster Rashi.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Toastmaster Vishal came with a specific purpose of wanting to inform the audience about why the English language is incoherent with its spelling and pronunciation. This is what the project requires. It requires a specific purpose. And besides that, it also requires a general purpose. So what was the general purpose of this speech? The general purpose of the speech was to inform. It was not to entertain, though we did get entertained in the bargain, but it was to inform. So that was the general purpose of the speech. Now let's see how Toastmaster Vishal did. What I really loved about this speech was the fact that right from the outset, Vishal had us all in his in his fold, because he had the attention grabber in terms of what he wrote on the board and then pronounced it. Also the beauty with which he strode from here to here, the confidence which he displayed, that really was opening with a bang for me. The other thing that I liked was that when you are informing, there are ways in which you can do that. What Toastmaster Vishal chose was, he chose a chronology of events. So beautifully he went from 600 AD to the current day and age, from the different stages. And he did a lot of research and in coming up with all of these sources of information. So these were all the real good aspects of the speech for me. If I were to give a couple of suggestions to Toastmaster Vishal, they would be, first of all, you gave a lot of examples. Now, some of those examples, I like them. Like when you spoke about do and da and dog and the way it was spelled and all that, beautiful. But then, where did the shirt and the blouse come in? I mean, what exactly were you trying to say over there? Number one. Number two, when you spoke about knife and the K coming in, I was not clear why the K came in, and what was the exact event that you were trying to emphasize over there. Having said that, another aspect I would say is that the message that you were talking about was about the pronunciation and that novel concept that you were talking about. But towards the end, you could have, emphasized that. You were trying to bring in the novelty. But then you spoke about the international phonetic language and all that. So, if people wanted to know that, you could have asked them, do you want to know that? How to improve, improve your pronunciation. So, but besides all of that, meticulously done, beautifully connected, and a big round of applause to Toastmasters.
For that detailed evaluation, I think Toastmaster Ratan also requires it. The evaluator for Toastmaster Richard will be Toastmaster Vivek. The stage is yours.
First of all, I must say that it's an absolute privilege, sir, to be evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Richard D'Souza, almost a father figure for me as far as Toastmasters are concerned. What I liked about the speech was the startling statistics that he gave. That like really pops you out and says, oh, is this that important? Is communication this important? Then Toastmaster Richard provided us with anecdotes from his long winding banking career to tell us about different types of communication styles. What is good is all the anecdotes were relatable. It's like we feel like it's happening around us. That's the beauty of all these. And it's just from various stages of life. That's yet another good part. It was not concentrated on one stage of one person's life. They were all, if you look at it, they were all very subtle humor. The way he told one minister goes and learns some stupidity and comes here and implements. It's a very, very subtle humor. And so, but if I may suggest one small structural change, when you narrate, when you tell, oh, this is a communication style, and then narrate the anecdote, then people start thinking, oh, what kind of communication style is it? Some curiosity builds up, even though the curiosity is for a short period of time, build up the curiosity and then tell them. In anything, in any case. And it would have been more impactful if all the anecdotes involved self, instead of this were two anecdotes were your own and then other two anecdotes were not your own, that would have been better. Then what happens? The audience endears to you, and that's really nice if that happens. But I must say that Toastmaster Richard D'Souza delivered one of the dreaded projects in a very effortless manner, telling us what communication styles are. Thank you so much, sir, to tell us that Nudidare Muttina Hara Nuntirabeko. For people who do not know Kannada, if you speak, it has to be like a garland of pearls. Back to you, Girish.
I myself have tried this project and I know how difficult it is. So to bring out that effortlessly to Toastmaster Richard and for a very impressive evaluation, Toastmaster Vivek. And here comes our tag team, Toastmaster Ujim.
So I spoke about disciplines and how exactly do we improve. Firstly, a lot of us, I think, went beyond our time limit for some reason today. This includes Toastmaster Amrit, Toastmaster Sheeb. Also, I want to call the fact out that he used probably around 20 adjectives, which itself took around 1 to 2 minutes for describing the Toastmaster today. That could have been cut short a little bit. Toastmaster Shelma, again, another call out, which was that, like the Girish mentioned, that she took almost double the amount of time that she was supposed to take, which was 18 minutes as compared to 9. Toastmaster Smita herself, and me. I also took some extra time today. Another call out would also be Toastmaster Vishal, who finished exactly at 7 minutes 30 seconds and 24 milliseconds, which means you were well within the time. Over to you, please.
Our counter.
Today we have a lot of challenge. Okay, at least to start with, Toastmaster Amrit, Kaur, and Toastmaster Sheeb were very flawless. I mean, except for one stammering from you, Sheeb, and then followed by Toastmaster Shelma. You had a lot of clutch words, especially the clutch words you use where you know and right and so. So these are the things. Toastmaster Vishal, thank you very much. Perfectly flawless, except for one small pause. And Toastmaster Richard D'Souza, we did add a lot of clutch words, so what clutch word predominantly was on with a more pronounced way. Then coming to our innovative way of table topics, I can understand it was completely, let's say we were running on time. In this aspect as well as the challenge that was put across, I saw that following Toastmaster Priyanka, Toastmaster Ganesh, Toastmaster Bryan, Toastmaster Karunakar, Toastmaster Anand, and Toastmaster Shashank, and Toastmaster Bhavya did excellent, flawless. Okay. And then there were a few Toastmasters who used less than 5 clutch words. Toastmaster Srinivas Vungurala and Toastmaster Srinivas V. More number of clutch words, let's say long possessives, was Toastmaster Rashi. So coming to the last part of the evaluation, Toastmaster Smita, you used more number of how? Okay, so you could always say. Thank you.
I'm very jealous of all those people who did not use clutch words. Okay, the grammarian for the day, Toastmaster Club.
Good evening once again to all of you. Alright, you want the veggies first or the desserts? Desserts, okay. So the good word usage of the English language. Testament of perseverance. Sauntered. Taken to task. Moron to neuron. I'm not pointing at anybody here. Call a spade a spade. Startling statistics. Now, there ends the desserts. Now to the veggies. Also good usage was being stopped. Could have been was stopped. Shifted her baking from candle making. I think what they meant was shifted from baking to candle making. Normandy is a part of French. Well, that was a part of France. All data is by itself plural. I think the data scientist here can work for that. I was happily opened my eyes. I happily opened my eyes. Old agers. That sounds a little offensive, but it was probably old people or elderly. Very flawless. Could have been flawlessly called as flawless. And with that, the word of the day was aptly used by the Sergeant at Arms, Amrit, our President, Toastmaster Sheeb, Puneeth, and myself. With that, I hand it over to you.
So for the tag team players who are busy timing for this 1.5 hours without a wink of an eye, let them give a big round of applause. The voting link for password is 0702. Voting link has come in the WhatsApp group, so you can go for it. 0702. To wind up, for such a meteoric meeting, the committee deserves a big applause. If you look at the WhatsApp group, every single day, starting from tomorrow, the minutes come up, and every single day something or the other about the past meeting or the coming up meeting. So the committee requires a big round of applause. It's a lot of applause. And I was so impressed that around 17 table topic speakers were there. So that the table topic master and the committee requires applause. Yeah, you do. With that, I wind up and over to you, Toastmaster Shelma.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster. I forget the name, sorry. Smita Roshi. I've been not so much frequent in Toastmasters meetings now on, so I think that's the thing. And sometimes when I come to stage, I forget names of the people, so I think that I should start, working on it. All right. In any ways, today's meeting was a wonderful meeting, I can say. So thank you for all of you all for your contribution and listening and making this meeting a successful one. So over to Toastmaster Sheeb.
And I think when we began the meeting, I think we have a very thin audience, and as the meeting progressed, it was a meteoric rise in the attendance. So, yeah, we just we have closed we were lucky to close the speech competition by, we got 30 registrations. And the man behind that effort is, solely I would say, maybe the committee will take 1%, 99% goes to the person. Stand up, please, Mahaveer. Not only that, he became a father also last week. He's almost Then a big round of applause for the person behind the meeting, because they don't get the attention. Toastmaster Chaitra, our VP Education. Lokesh is not here. I think he's preparing for the Valentine's Day. And the IST contest is around the corner. It is on February 21st. And we have a budget session followed by this. Please don't go away. So the awards, the best auxiliary role taker award, who didn't even spare me, the Toastmaster Vijay Ramesh. Yes, the best role taker award, someone who has actually dazzled on the stage. Our table topic master, Toastmaster Puneeth. Someone who called someone a moron or a neuron. Boron, I think it's a boron. Arvind. Okay, Toastmaster Ganesh part. And the best evaluation award goes to the plumber, the data plumber. Toastmaster Vijay. And the best speaker award goes to someone who taught me to write. I have to forget all my English lessons. I could still go copywriting fish. Yeah, Toastmaster Vishal, Vasantha, Kumar. To come back for a group teaching.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. On behalf winding up the business session. Now, this is for the members, so I request all the guests, we have a small snacks here. And there will be a session outside by our weekly membership, Mahaveer, regarding the Toastmasters. So you can join him outside. Meanwhile, kindly pick up your snacks also.